Hello everyone, this is Toy here and welcome to Amnesia, the Dark Descent. We're in this new area of sorts and... let's say hi to Thomas Grip with his contrasts.
This is the second hub level of the game, and is supposed to give some contrast to this stressful lurker encounter. We think building up contrast like this is extremely important for the horror mood. Only by seeing a bright level can you appreciate the dark one, and so on. If you do not do this, player will get used to the stuff and the effect will lessen greatly.
Alright. So, I don't know where to go, but the next one I see is over there. No, actually over there, but I want to go here to this place. Because why not? Ah, storytelling.
You have an ascending room. Will it take us to the inner sanctum?
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Alright, we have the building the elevator. Yeah, that's actually quite an interesting thing, I suppose. So,
When I first started working on the elevator, I had detailed concept art as base for my work. This is both a blessing and a curse. Concept art saves a lot of time for us artists, as we just have to copy what we see in the picture, but it also takes away some fun parts of our work, as we don't have to design anything ourselves. In this case, the concept art was very detailed and there wasn't much to change. However, I noticed that the roof part on the concept was dark and dull. That's where I could add details of my own. I added the patterns to fill out the empty space. I wanted them to fit with the eastern feel of the elevator and took inspiration from Arabic windows. In the end, it's not a very big addition, but it adds to the overall impression of the elevator as something exotic, but doesn't really fit in with the blue grey stones of Brandenburg.
alright. So before we actually continue on, I want to get this one up here as well. Like, we should go there as well, but anyway.
In the original pitch, Herbert was a fairly important character, but it didn't really reflect in the games, so we tried a few different things to incorporate him, but it never really made any sense. Herbert was important to Daniel's background, but in the end he didn't have any impact on the story happening right now, that is, the conflict between Daniel and Alexander. So, most of his things was cut during the last stage of production.
That's something you can actually, well, basically everything they say you can basically see, right? Like, you don't hear that much from, like, Herbert at all. This is the storage. I'm not going to go there yet. I'm not going to go there either. I want to go up here and actually go into those two rooms, get the things I need, the guest room at first, and then do the needed stuff after that. Or do I need to go to the storage room before that? I don't know. I haven't played this game. Ooh, right. This is a shit ton of notes.
Journal is gone. What would they want with my journal?
Alright. The lock is broken. Find another way to open the closet. Closet. Yeah, closed. Closed down the guest room. Alright. Anyways. Shall we get away? Thank you. Also, after this, I'm probably going to play some custom stories because I think custom stories are like a thing I want to focus more on. Like, I played this normal game so many times, and I just don't know why, but I somehow wanted to do that, and now I'm just here, like, questioning my decision. Not like I'm not having fun playing this, but I know what's going to happen each and every time that it's like, yeah, I don't know how to say it. It's not, I don't know. I don't know how to say that. Anyways, just listen to this guy. Holy shit.
Daniel is a pretty complicated character to write for, as we didn't want the player to feel that they were losing control by having feelings imposed on them. After the amnesia kicks in, everything which is Daniel is essentially gone. The player is the new Daniel, and he should be able to act the way he pleases, and even reject his own background as he discovers it. That is why everything concerning Daniel is flashbacks. Even the diary entries are read as what is being told is happening right now. That is, it is the old Daniel telling the story, and not the player reading.
Interesting. Yes, connections.
Room, everything is connected to destruction and home. This was Daniel's home as Alexander's guest, and the diary entries are about Daniel being home in London and things falling apart. These sort of connections are not something that we want the player to get. Rather, it should end up in the subconscious and work towards building the mood. Also worth noting is this focus, as explained in the commentary of Wineseller, where I want the player's attention on a certain aspect. We hope this makes the story clearer. The idea is to slowly build it up, one part at a time, giving the player time to digest and think about it.
So they said that this was like the room Daniel stayed in. And yes, hearing this right now actually makes sense, yes, but I never really gave that thing a thought, like really I just realized by him saying that. So I don't know if I don't know. It probably is just me being stupid, as always. But I really didn't think about that in that perspective. Anyways, I have nothing too bad to say about that, so nice.
If you listen to the music tracks more carefully, you may find that characters have their own musical themes, which can usually be heard when you read papers during the game. These themes appear in many variations, so it's not always so easy to recognize them immediately. And in the end of the game, some of these themes will go quite insane. Oh, and that's Daniel's theme, which you can hear in the game's menu screen. Let me play it to you with piano.
Alright. Oh, wait. 30 bucks. Holy shit. Didn't see that. I saw it now.
Have constant pictures or reference images to look at for modeling the object, just to make sure it stays within the art style that we are going for. When creating a chair, a table, or a bookcase, just to name a few, we usually have planned measurements before we get them into the game, because having something in the game that isn't the right size can break the immersion. But sometimes you have to cheat that and test it out, because the camera perspective can really trick you. I have the perfect example of the camera tricking you sometimes. Take out the lantern in-game and look at the wall or an object in the same height as the lantern and try guessing how big the lantern will be next to that object. Then walk up as close as we can to that object and compare. If you got a good example out of this, you see that the hand and lantern is in fact very small, but it feels right when it's close to the camera. But we don't want to go from gut feeling on the measurements of every object. That could really get out of hand quickly, and a lot of things could feel out of place. So it's basically a matter of changing the scale if it feels weird. When modeling the prop, we would try to make it as close as the reference images as we can, or if we got a sketch, that is. It's often a quite simple process that usually doesn't take that much time, but it completely depends on what it is and if the sketch we have are detailed. Before giving the model a texture or working on that, we need to create a UV map for it. A UV map can best be described as the image with painted and edited details to it that is wrapped around the object. So the texture for a cardboard box, for example, would look like a box that you have unfolded to the ground. After the UV map is created, we start to work on the texture. And here, we usually start with adding untouched materials like wood or metal. And these are from free photos found on the internet. We also paint in dirt in corners, highlights on the edges to enhance them. also bake and add ambient occlusion map to the texture, which is basically a process where the computer calculates where the texture should be dark and where it should be light. We often generate a normal map based on certain details in the texture. A normal map uses light to add bumps or dents without using more polygons on objects. For specular maps, we use the red channel for the intensity level of the map and the green channel to determine the power of it. After all the textures are done, we export them to collada format and import them to our editors. There, we set material values, create bodies for collisions, and stuff like that.
Alright, anyways, now that we have those 4 done, which probably took like 2 billion minutes,
2nd of July.
we can listen to more things.
I received a letter today from the Algerian governor's office disclosing the fate of Herbert's expedition. About a week after my departure, Abdullah, one of the men traveling with us, returned from the desert. He was badly injured, as if maimed by a lion. The man rambled deliriously about the expedition being attacked by something horrible. The French quickly dispatched a search party to look for the expedition. After searching for days, they found the camp abandoned without any trace of Herbert or his men. Tomorrow, I'll retrieve the things they recovered from Herbert's tent at the customs house. I don't know what to make of it, but I'm worried for him.
Alright. So this should be the second note?
3rd
Yes.
July, 1839. Today I picked up Herbert's things at the customs house. I dug through the trove of documents he had carried and found a log detailing the expedition. The nature of this text ranged from quick notes to colourful accounts of transpired events. I skimmed the pages, trying to figure out what might have happened. May 17th, the day I was trapped inside the orb chamber, Herbert dryly states, "Recovered Daniel after 1 hour of entrapment." This confused me greatly. I was suffocating within minutes. How could I have lasted an hour? I continued reading the peculiar text. Herbert states his facts without judgment or passion, but suddenly I could read frustration into his text. He pushed his men to investigate the underground tomb, an effort which seems to have strained the minds of his men. Madness spread through the ranks, and Herbert had to take some extreme measures to continue. He finally visits the chamber himself, where he retrieves the orb to the surface. His account confuses me greatly. If he has the orb, what are those pieces in my drawing room?
Bam bam bam! So, I didn't know what was to expect when I picked this up. Apparently nothing happens. So that's good. Oh yeah, wait. I opened up this door, and then something happens later on. Like, after a couple of seconds.
Please, let it be here.
Alright, an important key is hiding in the guest room. Yeah, it is. I know where it is. It's here.
Thank God, there it is. I guess it is a good place to hide it then.
So let's just read this.
July 1839. It's done. The orb is assembled. I was awakened by an exhausting nightmare. Shaking and sweating, I retired to the drawing room with a cup of tea. The relic pieces lay spread across the table as I'd left them, but somehow I knew how it was supposed to be. I fetched the tar, which I had prepared to fix the pieces together, and without fault I joined them, producing the orb I remembered so clearly. The tar proved unnecessary. It was pushed out from the joining pieces as they merged on their own, with no adhesive. The ancient stone relic now rests on my table. Its immaculate surface and perfect shape could have been molded by a factory. This is all too strange.
Excuse me. If you just saw what the fuck happened, I got game driver updates. Then I just clicked those things away, I was redirected to my browser where I had, well, PewDiePie videos open, because why the fuck not? I mean, if you hate PewDiePie, I don't care. I don't care, yeah. I watch, like, the 3 most known Let's Play YouTubers out there, and I watch them fairly frequently, actually, and yes, I'm talking about Mark, Jack, and good old Felix. But let's not talk about those guys anymore, because like, seriously, people will get mad at me for some reason. I don't know. Who cares? Anyways, that's just what's going to happen. Monster appearing. Nice. So, wait. We could actually do this. We could take a good look at this guy. Look at them. Oh! You can't see me through this small crack. Oh, look at this ass. Alright. Anyways, let's just wait. I mean, it's going to take some time. Alright. I think he's gone. Is there something inside here? No, there isn't. Oh, that's good. We got the machine room key. Yeah, that's actually something we'll need. And let's actually go back to the hall, go to the other door, and actually continue on with our journey. I can't speak today. Don't expect anything from me, goddammit. What's that actually? The study room. Alright. At least we're not having too long of loading screens and shit like that, so that actually might be quite interesting. Oh, did you see that? I tried to flick and the mouse didn't work. So that's something I need to be careful of, because I can't flick with this mouse. And that's the only reason why I can't really play games all too much at the moment. Like, I can't record anything, except for maybe Amnesia at the moment. Like, I could try to record other, probably like more fast-paced games. But, well, you know, I like to hover with my mouse, like, sometimes. If I flick really fast, like, that really tends to happen sometimes. And you can basically just hover for like 0.01 millimeters with this mouse without it, well, not recognizing anything anymore. So that's actually, quite sad, because my old mouse actually could do that, even though it was a slightly cheap-ish gaming mouse, but yeah. Letter regarding the discovery of an orb. To my most trusted student and friend Johan Weyer. The most remarkable thing happened as I was traveling through the Prussian woods this summer. I finally found one of the orbs I have been looking for the last 20 odd years. It is as inexplicable as the Helodermus described it in the Hortus Conclusus. It was as it was told about, an underground Mithraic temple crowned with the unearthly artifact. The orb was big enough to fill my cupped hand, and the texture was smooth and jagged. Its color washed while rich. Contrast is not enough to describe its nature. It was an impossibility, an artificial paradox captured within stone. I was staying in a nearby village called Altstadt, investigating one of the antiquated trails. You know the thing I just realized? Like, those things that could be pronounced in German, like Altstadt. Yes, that's how you more or less pronounce it in German. I pronounced those things in English, like Altstadt. Like in a really weird way. I don't know why. but I think it's better? Probably, I don't know. Anyways, when I finally found the cavern, I went inside. I went outside, I mean. And suddenly I could verify the truth of these enigmatic artifacts. They were real. How much do I... Alright. Bear in mind, it's going to take a while. As you can understand, this is the most important discovery of my life, but it has also become my greatest fear. As I entered the underground chamber, I could feel that I was trespassing. Because of my curiosity, I did my best to fight these instincts and fetched the orb from its place. I scrambled out of the chamber and into the woods. I could sense something was following me. It bayed loudly as it closed in. The beast, this guardian of the orb, was relentless in its pursuit. I made my way to a nearby ravine, where I stumbled upon some men fishing in the lake. I tried to warn them as I passed, but fortunately, they remained as I continued my escape. When I heard their cry of pain echo through the valley, I felt such a tremendous sense of relief, thinking I would be spared. Suddenly, a blue shimmering light engulfed me, and the colors of the forest were washed away before my eyes. I kept running through the bleak surroundings. The trees had turned charcoal black with leaves of cinder, the ground covered in murky water. I pressed on through the drenched land as the glowing ember gave way to the rising wind and rained on me. I could hear pleading screams in the distance, and I joined in as pain and fear overtook me. I fell to the ground, gasping for air. This certainly must sound strange, but I had been carried miles away across the Alps to a grassy field outside Genoa. The Guardian had taken the orb from me, but still until this day I fear its return. Sometimes I lay awake at night, listening for the howling cry I heard in the forest. It has been nearly a decade since that day, and I still haven't been able to write about the incident. The last time we spoke, you told me about your interest and ongoing research into mythic orbs, and I realized I owed you the truth about my about my visit to Altstadt. Your friend and mentor, Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. That was a... wow. That was long and hard to write. That's what she said, yes. Anyways, continuing on my journey. Oh, there's a listening note. Filling out and making breakable objects. Yes.
One of the most fun to make because of the rooms have more objects than we usually add in a level. I think the first two rooms is pretty good just because of this. But we can't add this many objects in every room in the game because that would, first of all, be very demanding on repeat performance, and a lot of our players doesn't have gaming rigs. Secondly, it wouldn't make sense if every room or further was a storage. We also try very hard to vary the levels and rooms as much as we can do. This level was also the first time in the game the player had any contact with outside. So for this part I had to make a couple of different wall pieces, a pine tree and breakable version of the window. And I can talk a little bit more about the breakable window here. When creating breakable objects like this, we have to first of all break the model by splitting parts up and creating pieces. Like on this window, it has a lot of wood parts that are loose after it breaks. Those parts are remodeled into broken versions, and in the broken version of the window, they're actually hanging in the air at the same place they were when the window was whole. After modeling those and exporting the model into collage format, which our engine handles, I use our in-house model editor to set each wood part up with a body for collision, and I also add weight for it to behave realistically. I also add material type, in this case wood. That is so that wood sound is played when a piece hits something. You can also set up more advanced stuff like how it will behave in water, how fast it can travel, and how fast the speed will decay. But also a lot of other settings as well. But when the broken version is done, I also set up the special entity of the original window where I set it to break at a certain force. And when that happens, another entity will load, this one will disappear. And in this case, we load the broken version of the window. We also set it up to a particle system with glass shards is going to be played as well as a breakdown. And as soon as you break that window, and all that is happening, and since you probably threw something at the window, the force of that object will make the wood pieces fly, not fall straight to the ground as you would otherwise. That is pretty much how we do it with most breakable entities. But of course, creating a particle system in sounds for this is needed too. And in this level, you can also see a lot of props that I made earlier before we started making maps. This is objects like shelves, tables, chairs, paintings, etc. But of course, I didn't make all the objects in this level.
Alright, I didn't want to enter this room because I thought that would be a cutscene. Or something like that. No. Animal experiment. Canis lupus familiaris, 1858. What? 1658? April 12th. After a short study, it is clear that the agitation found among humans can be found in the dog. Fear and pain induce stress, which seems to trigger an endogenous response, causing the animal to burst with energy. I believe that the catalyst is produced in the brain. It is difficult to determine exactly where and what it is, but I can sense it. It reeks of cosmic genesis. There is an inherent problem in harvesting this energy, since the creature is bound to die from the exercise. I must refine this process of torture to enable any real work to be done. More experiments must be performed, but it seems that only human beings are able to produce the amount necessary. It might be their ability to appreciate the severity of the process that ultimately augments the experience of terror. Oh yeah, how the fuck did I read that so quickly? Makes no sense. Anyways, oh there we go. The cutscene I was talking about.
Let's see what you have to offer. What a mess. I should have sharpened the saw, but I can sense it. It's definitely there.
Alright then. Okay. Did you scared? Did you get scared? Hopefully not. Because that scare was pretty darn bad. Anatomy Frontiers. 1658. January 9. Further disappointment. The antiquarian latest findings yielded nothing. I'm still unable to grasp the inner workings of life and its relation to the power I sense within it. I shall pursue more books on the subject, but I suspect it will be in vain. Since no research has been made in my particular interest, I must attempt to fill that void myself. Clearly humans emanate more of the energy I seek, but I hope animals will suffice, as they would prove less of a hassle to acquire. Oh yeah, it's just my 450th dog I purchased. I mean, those other 400, like 94, like they didn't understand. 49, excuse me. They didn't understand to not run in front of the cars. You have to understand. Anyways, let's continue on. Oh yeah, trees disappearing. Ooh, scary skeletons, man. Scary, spooky, scary skeletons. Let's read this first. Because this game loves this. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. For my game, mankind is not even wasted a breath. Yet I bow to you. I have done so much for you, and I have gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It was I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. Probably not.
The decision to have the player go outside in this match started out as a quick and dirty idea for some sort of puzzle. However, it turned out very nicely, and to see the trees really gives a feeling of being in a castle and not just on some set. The first idea was not even to have the player break the window, and just have it open directly instead. but when we added it, we felt it gave a really nice feel and reward for finishing the puzzle. In retrospect, we should have had more moments when the player ventures outside, and it gives this feel of being a part of a larger world.
Honestly, the thought was having more outside world like things, like over here, like you being outside and shit like that. I think that's actually quite a nice idea, and I think a couple of custom stories I've played earlier actually have this, let's call it, feature, and I myself enjoyed that fact. I really did. Elevator machine instructions. How long I've been how long? Oh, probably like 30 minutes? I don't know. Did I start at 10? Probably. 43 minutes? Sounds a little bit too extreme for episode this long. But anyways, elevator machine instructions. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjust the levels to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meters should read up 8, down 8. Make sure the flow is set according to the following charts. Trinity steam set functions, 4-phase amplitude, complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. And we got the flow cycle rod. And inside of this big box we only get like 2 tinder boxes, which is quite a shame actually. Break that. So actually, no, there's nothing here. No tinder box to be found. How many do I have? 25. Isn't enough. Do you say? I need my tinder boxes to stay alive. Let's take this. And I think we're done here. We got things I needed. And that's something I don't understand. Why do, like, trees fall? I think the grunt is doing something, but make no sense, honestly. Would it? Alright. So, let's go back to the hall. I don't know why, I thought that there was probably going to be a monster chasing me or something like that, but apparently there wasn't. And my brain is tricking me out again, I don't know why. We got the machine room key, so we should actually go there, maybe. You know what, let's actually go here first. Open that door. Oh yeah, the storage. Should we go to storage first or to the machine room? I don't know.
Get your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shade will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
The problem is, that's probably true as fuck. I'm not even joking. The shame will probably hurt less and probably will wash off anyways sometime soon than actual dying, like, because of not suffocation, what the fuck am I talking about? I mean, like, dehydration and stuff like that. So, we're back into darkness. What? This thing is actually called darkness. Seriously, I didn't know that. That's a nice coincidence right there. The darkness in the storage feels strange and unnatural. Oh. No. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. My chocolate just fell. Oh no, let me get just my phone. Oh no, my chocolate broke. Oh no, it's on the ground and I'm picking it up. Ew. Ew. Such grossness. Oh my fucking Christ, holy shit. Let's continue.
Again, there's a lot of elements here working together. Not only does the player enter the darkest level yet, he'll also come up against the dark part of Daniel's memories. We've tried to have all aspects of the level work towards his goal. Hopefully it creates an oppressive and disturbing feel.
Well, they did a good job at that. Like, seriously, this section of the game is like 20,000-ish times darker than what you expect. Like, seriously, let's just pick up this. This. Basically, we should be safe here, I guess. Just to be sure. Ooh. Alright. How the fuck? Why the fuck did he go there? Ah, not too much sound, huh? Oh, why the fuck is he so persistent? I'm not joking. I'm not choking, I'm not joking. Excuse me if you didn't understand. Oh, I'm basically fucked now. What the fuck? Oh, now I can go outside apparently. Jesus Christ, how the fuck is this so hard? Like, seriously, if you go inside there, you're stuck. More or less. Is he still there? I don't know. Doesn't feel like it. Sounds normal-ish again. If you know what I mean. Anyways. Continuing on. Hell yeah. So I might make a break in like a couple of minutes.
Please, let me go. I won't tell anyone, I swear. I just want to go home. No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
So yeah, this is where I think I need to... yeah, I know what to do. It's so easy, in fact. Yeah. If you don't know, I need to make some explosions. Explosions happen. Oh, what the fuck is happening here? Can't even jump up here. Can't even look around my surroundings. Ew. My sanity suddenly dropped. Oh, are we hearing shit or what? Let's get this. Ah! Gosh darn it. Let's press X to see my cursor again. Like my dot cursor thing. Always nice to have, to be honest. Like this. Let's make the place just a tad bit more enjoyable to stay in. Seriously. Oh, there's another light source. And hey, we got the room fairly lit up. Then I should be able to sustain some decent level of sustainability. Right? I like that. Right? At the end. No monsters? No monsters. But I think the last drill part, a tinderbox. Like, I'm honest. If we look here, I think you can't see that. You can see the achievements for the game, right? And I want to really somehow get this, the Illuminatis. But I think I'm not going to be able to do that because I probably missed like tinderboxes like that, like just on top some things and under probably some things. Oh my fucking god! Why do I have cockroaches all over my body? Holy shit! Could you stop? Oh, we have to find another piece of the drill. This is weird. I don't like the cockroaches on my screen. Please stop. Please go away. We're not that fucking broken. Stupid idiot. Right. Right. So, any tinder boxes? No, no tinder boxes. I mean, we can still try. I mean, probably not going to succeed or something like that. But worth trying, I guess. I don't know. So where's the container? Containery thing. One is over here. Let's get this. Can't do two things at a time. Are you stupid or what? So it's partially filled. Let's get this one as well. Let's get the deadly explosion mix all set up like that. That explosive. So the enemy might spawn. I don't know though. Like, this might be a good case of enemy spawneritis. And if you don't know what that is, don't look it up. Don't. You will hurt your eyes and you might kill yourself off that. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I have explosives. Hell yeah. Let's get a rock. Fist size. Hell yeah. And now run. Run like a motherfucker. From scare to plot
First,
point.
the hunted girl sequence was just another scare. But as the story took shape, it just became a great plot point, which was this is when Daniel snapped. He does all these weird and evil things, but he tells himself the ends justify the means. But when he finally kills the girl, he just can't make up excuses anymore, so he goes mad, and as a final attempt of saving himself, he drinks the amnesia potion. Of course, the player won't realize this as he encounters this first sequence, but it becomes clear when he finds the last diary pages explaining the situation, making it all come full circle.
That's what I like, to be honest. From a normal thing that just happened to a plot point, to a full story, and like an addition to the story, more or less. That's something you can't be. That's something you can't like talk down in a sense. Like that's amazing. So that's probably my hiding corner. So let's just get a couple more of these fuckers. Just throw them in there, like give the barrels a chance, basically. And just do a little fortress kind of thing. Like close the empty open spaces over here and stuff like that. I should do. Could jump over. Yeah, we can somewhat jump over that.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
Well, food storage, alright. So, yeah, I know what's going to happen here. Let's get this tinderbox. Alright. Let's go inside this area. Let's get this tinderbox. There's another one. No, it's oil. Oh, that's actually quite nice to have. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this episode of Amnesia: The Dark Descent. If you like this episode, please be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And for now, have a great time, everyone. I have really nothing else to say, and peace out.